Hey guys, Vernon Croy, DocSports.com for Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. Going to get to the Croy's NFL report here in just a moment. First of all, give the video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button below as we do several free pick videos for you every single day right here on the Doc Sports YouTube channel. Now, Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. I've been doing this professionally for the last 26 years. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button right now. Now, before we get to your NFL report, I want to let you know I have one football play going this week. One play, one winner. It's very rare for me to release just one play. I do apologize for that for my clients. However, I love this play, and I think we're cashing this thing hands down. Make sure you get it right here exclusively at DocSports.com. Now let's get to your NFL report for Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. Your first matchups between the Chicago Bears and Cincinnati Bengals. Chicago is currently favored -2.5. Pretty much across the board. Chicago is the superior team here. I do expect them to step up defensively in this game. I like Chicago a lot actually in the spot. We're taking the Chicago Bears against spread -2.5 over the Cincinnati Bengals. Your next matchup is between the San Francisco 49ers at the New York Giants. New York, I believe, has been playing over their head a little bit. I don't like the team personally. San Francisco's definitely the superior team in this matchup. I do expect San Francisco to get it done. They'll go on the road. They're going to win this. We're looking at San Francisco -2.5 over the New York Giants. Your next matchup's between the Atlanta Falcons at the New England Patriots. New England has been playing very good football. I was disappointed with Atlanta last week. I actually thought they should have won that game, and they didn't even show up. We're looking at 5.5 right now, so New England's favored -5.5 at home. New England is the superior team here. Can Atlanta bounce back after last week? They got blown out by Miami, a bad Miami team. Before that, they lost by 10 points against San Francisco. New England's cooking, right? So they won 5 in a row coming into this game. Although, if you look who they played, they haven't played anyone, right? So Cleveland, so 32-13 victory over a bad Browns team. 31-13 victory over a bad Tennessee team. And then at New Orleans, 25-19. So they're not playing anyone here. So I expect Atlanta to come to play here, especially after the letdown last week. We're taking the Atlanta Falcons against spread +5.5 over the New England Patriots, and I would not be shocked to see them win this game outright. Your next matchup is between the Indianapolis Colts at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, the Colts are coming off a dominant victory once again. They've been playing lights out this season, and Pittsburgh is coming off a tough spot against Green Bay. I expect Indianapolis to come in here, and I would not be shocked to see them win this game by 10 or more points. Pittsburgh's coming off a 10-point loss against Green Bay. Before that, they lost against a bad Cincinnati team, 31-33. Before that, they beat up on a bad Cleveland Browns team, which they should. This Colts team is absolutely wired. So they won 4 in a row. They're going to make it 5 in a row. It's going to be a dominant victory, I believe, for the Colts. So we're taking the Indianapolis Colts against spread -3.5 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your next matchup, we're looking at Carolina at Green Bay. Obviously, Green Bay is coming off that dominant victory against Pittsburgh. Carolina, so overall this season, I've been very impressed with Carolina. So they have been playing some very good football, competitive football. Can they get it done against Green Bay, though? I think it's a tough spot for the Packers. We're looking at 13.5. That's a lot of points, especially, well, it's at Green Bay, but yeah, it's a lot of points. So Green Bay is basically coming off 3 straight victories after their victory against Pittsburgh last week and Aaron Rodgers and all that. But Carolina's won 3 of the last 4 games overall. They are coming off a blowout loss against Buffalo. So this is a bounce back spot for them. 13.5 is too much, I think. I think Carolina's going to keep this within probably 8-9 points. We're taking the Carolina Panthers against spread plus 13.5 over the Green Bay Packers. Your next matchup is between the Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions. Minnesota's struggled at times this season. I thought they would be better defensively coming into the season. They're not. I expect Detroit to put up a big number in this game. We're currently seeing the line, so 8.5. Yeah, it's basically 8.5 across the board. So Detroit's favored minus 8.5 across the board, but rightfully so. I expect Detroit to take care of business at home here Sunday. Detroit is the superior team. They should be able to put up a lot of points against Minnesota. We're taking the Detroit Lions against spread minus 8.5 over the Minnesota Vikings. Your next matchup is between the Denver Broncos at the Houston Texans. Houston's currently favored minus 1.5 across the board. We're looking at 68-70% of the people coming in on Denver in this game. This line, so judging just from the line, I like Houston in the spot. I think it's a tough spot for Denver. Denver is the better overall team, however, but yeah, Houston's favored for a reason in this game, so we're taking the Houston Texans against spread minus 1.5 over the Denver Broncos. Your next matchup, we're looking at the Los Angeles Chargers against Tennessee. I can't touch that game. That's my top play of the week. So make sure you get it right here exclusively at DocSports.com. Your next matchup's between the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Las Vegas Raiders. Jacksonville's currently favored minus 3. Jacksonville should not be favored in this game. I think Las Vegas actually wins this game outright. I'm pretty confident in that. Jacksonville has outshot their coverage basically this entire season. They've been playing lights out. They are coming off back-to-back losses against Seattle and Los Angeles, but I'm not confident in this Jacksonville team. The Raiders are coming off a blowout loss against Kansas City. They will show up in this game, especially at home. I expect them to win this game. They're probably going to win it by 10 points. We're taking the Las Vegas Raiders against spread plus 3 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Your next matchup is between the New Orleans Saints at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are currently favored minus 14. They should be line open minus 12, shot up to 14. We're currently seeing 81% of the money coming in on the Rams. The Rams have been playing very good football, obviously, but that's a large number. New Orleans is not good at all. They can't really get anything done. They can't get it done on the ground. They can't get it done through the air. They just came off a 20-point loss against Tampa Bay. Before that, they lost against the Bears, 12 points. The Rams coming off back-to-back victories against Baltimore. That was a banged-up Baltimore team, and then Jacksonville 35-7. So they're putting up points. Their defense has stepped up, so they allowed 10 points over the last 2 games. You can't bet on New Orleans no matter what in this case. They're a bad team. They're like really bad team. We're taking Los Angeles Rams against spread minus 14 over the New Orleans Saints. Your next matchup is between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. This should have been a primetime game, I think. They should have moved it to Sunday Night Football. Kind of disappointed they didn't, but is what it is. If I go to the game, at least I get home early. But Buffalo is coming off a 40-9 victory against Carolina. Before that, they lost back-to-back games against Atlanta and New England. Kansas City has been rolling, right? So, and defensively, like they allowed 7 points in the last 2 games. They're favored for a reason here. And Buffalo, I've been very disappointed with. I got to tell you, Kansas City's taken this game 100%. Like I have no doubt, but Buffalo has been not playing good football. So they're doing the wrong things that you got to do to win. So Kansas City's the play here, -2. We're looking, well, we can get -1.5 over the Buffalo Bills. They're favored for a reason. There is a reason they're favored, obviously. Kansas City has been playing very good football. I do expect them to step up defensively. They have one of the best defenses in the NFL, by far. So they allowed no points against Vegas. They go into at home against Washington. They allowed just 7. Against a very good Detroit team. They go into Detroit. Actually, it was at home in Kansas City, but 30-17. They're dialed in. So yeah, we're taking the Kansas City Chiefs against spread -1.5 over the Buffalo Bills. Your final matchup is Sunday Night Football between Seattle and Washington. Seattle's currently favored -3. Total's sitting at 47.5. I expect a very high scoring game here. I expect this game to fly over the posted total. We're taking Seattle and Washington to go over 47.5 total points. It's 48 at some books, but we can still get 47.5. So Washington's defense, bad. Seattle's defense, bad. They're going to put up a lot of points in this game, I think. So we're taking Seattle and Washington to go over the posted total. I would not be shocked to see this hit 60. So, and that concludes the NFL report for Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. Give the video a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Definitely appreciate your time as always. Go Blue Jays. All right. Thank you.